During the early 1950s, Phagun and Mitwa are raised together by a man named Chand in Jaisalmer. When a gun made by Chand is used to kill a criminal's brother, he shoots himself in order to save Phagun and Mitwa, who teams up to burn down the criminal's house and escapes. At the India-Nepal border, a man named Chaman recruits them as members of the Chaukdi Gang along with Rizwan and Bahadur. Together, they become friends and grow up as professional smugglers dealing with goods between India and Nepal. One day, a powerful criminal assigns the gang and his trusted aide Fakira to go to Patna and rob a bank, but make it look like an act of Naxalites. After the heist, a shootout with cops left Chaman dead and the vengeful gang kills the criminal and his henchmen. Fakira later joins the gang and promises to be a loyal friend. The gang then helps some villagers by beating up a corrupt landlord and provides food to them, following which they buy a piece of land for their activities. Phagun meets a college student named Sukanya who works for a political movement, where Sukanya they falls for Phagun after he fights corrupt cops to save Sukanya and an injured party member. The gang later goes to Sukanya's village, but Fakira left earlier and during the night, the gang ends up in a shootout with the cops which results in the gang's torture and arrest. Rizwan and Bahadur were sentenced for 7 years imprisonment, while Mitwa was sentenced for 4 years and 10 years imprisonment for Phagun. After a year, Sukanya meets him and reveals that she was also arrested, but left after being assaulted. They get married after Phagun is released and reunited with Rizwan and Bahadur. The gang suspects Fakira as well as Mitwa, who starts working for Shakil and had left behind a 2-year-old son with Tanuja in Delhi. Following his and Sukanya's marriage, Phagun starts a land business. Years later, JCP Jasjeet Singh meets Phagun, Rizwan and Bahadur to inform them about Mitwa's capture. Sukanya doesn't want Phagun to get involved, but Phagun is adamant about helping Mitwa and gets him rescued with the help of Tanuja's abusive husband Madan and 2 other men who are later killed. Mitwa later reveals a petty case landed him into prison for 6 months, and his pregnant girlfriend Tanuja married Madan. A criminal and former partner named Shakil is after him because Mitwa, who worked for the Romania-based Dharani, felt underpaid and ran away after stealing money. Phagun later arrives home to find an effigy inscribed with a message to hand over Mitwa. The gang is worried and decides to keep Tanuja at Bahadur's house along with her son Tinku, where Shakil arrives and kills Tanuja and Bahadur. The gang learns about this from Jasjeet and kills Shakil by luring him into a trap with the help of Rizwan's lover. Jasjeet thanks Phagun for taking out Shakil, but still wants him to hand over Mitwa. While going to a marriage function, Sukanya reveals Tinku spoke of the killers talking to Dharani, which worries Phagun. At the function, an assassin shoots Rizwan and his married girlfriend Sonia in the restroom. Willing to end the conflict, Phagun flies to Romania to meet Dharani, where he finds out it is none other than Fakira. Phagun kills him and fights off his guards before escaping back to India, where he meets privately with Jasjeet and learns it was Mitwa who gave the gang's names to the police and eventually served the shortest sentence. Phagun then meets Mitwa and tells him that he knows about his betrayal. However, Phagun gives the passport and tickets along with a gun to Mitwa, before Jasjeet arrives with his team to arrest a guilt-ridden Mitwa, who finally shoots himself. Back home, Phagun sees Tinku playing piano with his and Sukanya's son Arjun.